1, 2, 3, go. Hi everybody.
Hi.
And welcome to Chinwag 225. We thought we'd go live 3 minutes early, 2 minutes early, because why not, you know?
Yeah.
Why not? Let's shake it up a little.
We're later than our usual time.
Yeah. But we just thought we'd shake it up a little. We don't have to always be, you know...
Yeah.
We don't always have to go on, you know, we like to go against the grain. So we said we'd go live at 7:30, but look, it's 7:28 and we're live already. It's just how we roll.
Yeah.
So welcome everybody to Chinwag 225, our weekly catch up, and a thank you to everyone that's popped in. We've already got Zayn Shah, we've already got Antoinette Daly, Leanne says hi. We've also got Dave the Gent. Tommy says he's here for the barcode scanner. Unfortunately, I don't have.
We don't have it
the
here.
Barcode scanner here. Unfortunately,
it's at the shop.
Yeah, it's at the shop, but we're going to talk about it nonetheless. Pleasant Valley Picker, thank you for popping in. Michelle, Pleasant Valley says they're early. Yes, we are. Silver Manny, Tommy says the tie is pure fire. Thank you, Tommy.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
You actually purchased this from
Georgina. Georgina Geel sold this
yes.
On eBay, and as soon as it came up for sale, I had to have it.
You did, didn't you?
I just feel that it reflects the values of the channel, because obviously we're all about, you know, giving you guys the ultimate in advice and high quality content. I think the tie just shows that, doesn't it?
It does, absolutely.
Know, it's serious. So
are you wearing a different tie next week, or will it be the same one?
I'm not sure about the future of the tie. For now, let's go one day at a time.
One day at a time.
Yeah, one day at a time.
Because next week it might be something different.
I'm not sure how serious I'll be feeling next week, but I'm.
Are you being super serial?
Yes, I'm a businessman. I am. That's why I have the tie. It proves, without doubt, without any question, all the information you will receive here is of the highest caliber.
Absolutely. There we go.
Right. Let's see who. Silver Manny, Dawn, Sherry Paul, thank you for joining us. Bum Crack Picker, thank you for joining us. How many calories in that tie? Asked Tommy. Not enough, Tommy. You can never have enough. So it's all McDonald's based. So good calories there. Richard Payne, thank you for joining us, Richard. In it to flip it, Susie. Yes, surprise. I'm always. That's our whole thing.
That's what you're about.
That's what we're about.
Yeah.
Not just me. Well, you're part of it.
I'm a part of it.
You're part of it. Yeah, it's not just me.
I've got nowhere to put my legs, man.
What do you mean?
Kick in the speaker.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Right. So let's get to the content, which is what you're all here for. The high quality content.
I don't know what the title is. I honestly don't. I don't know what you're putting it.
Oh, the title. The title is around somewhere. We have it. I think
we have a title.
Yeah, we have a title. It's something like we did £1,400 sales in the last.
Do I need to check it out on my phone?
Yeah, it was a clickbaity type thing. You know, £1,400 sales in 7 days.
Okay.
And we have a barcode scanner, so we're gonna
check it out.
Yeah. Maybe Georgina.
Okay, that's I get you.
KFC tie for next week. I don't think so. Hey Leanne, how are you? Michelle says Z looks like management material. Thank you. I didn't go to Harvard Business School, but yeah, that tie makes Z look thin. Right, let's get to it. Let's get to the content. So we have put quite a clickbaity title, but it's because it's interesting because we are having a good time on eBay at the moment. And we're also working in the shop as well, aren't we? So we wanted to kind of talk. We've got a few points we can talk about. I've just seen Shazad's popped in. Question: were you able to evict the hobo from the shop? Believe it or not, when I'm at work, Shazad, sometimes I do let a standard slip. But that's why I'm making up for it by wearing the tie tonight. It makes up. Yeah. Because just to show you guys, I am professional.
Yeah, I mean we've had words.
I'm going to be shaving regularly and being smart, and I do have deodorant in the shop as well. So we're covering all the bases, aren't we, hon?
We are definitely.
Yeah. We've got fart spray too. Which is the spray we use if one of us.
It's actually
It's but if you ever come into the shop and you can smell of air freshener, it's not because we just do it out of habit. It's just, you know.
Can we move on now?
Well, we don't want to share too many secrets of how we build our business.
I think you've pretty much let out most of the secrets there.
That's the secret sauce of Only Cool Stuff. Right, so we have had a really good week of sales, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been
actually
quite
not a
good,
week.
actually.
That's a lie. Not a week. We've had a really good month, near 2 months, whatever you want to call it. Is it 2 months, maybe, perhaps? What would you say? 2 months of good sales, 3 months. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's more than a good week.
Things
It's
have
been
been
a good
improving since April.
Yeah.
It might coincide with the fact that I quit my job in April, but
Funny that the motivation.
but things have been improving since April.
The motivation it brings when you lose an income is. You should try it. It's good.
It's quite good.
It's quite good.
You really
You really do pull the finger up, pull the proverbial
absolutely.
finger up.
When you sit there and you're like, right, well, someone's got to pay this rent.
So yeah, 100%. We have been like listing a lot, sourcing a lot, and it's paying off. So the last 7 days we've done £1,400. I think we're probably around the 5k mark over 30 days.
We are.
The aim is if we can actually consistently do that, that will be ideal. But we're going to share with you guys some of the items we sold this week. Just to share with you guys the kind of things that we're listing, the kinds of things that are selling for us. The summer slowdown. This is the first time we have not experienced the eBay summer slowdown. We've been so far touch wood. April, May, June, July. We've been solid, haven't we?
Yeah.
So can't grumble. He let out more than that, says Shazad. Hello from my shop, says Dave. And Nick has popped in as well. Hi, Nick. Sharing the TikTok BCP. That's actually something we need to talk about. I've slipped on the old social media.
We have.
I'm sure Beck is thrilled to talk about, what is it? About their farts. Well, he who is without sin cast the first stone, Did I hear Beck and Z have farting contests in the shop? And it's like, not quite
It's not quite a contest.
I wouldn't say it's a contest, really. I mean, I've got that one hands down. I mean, Beck, it's the taking part that counts, I think. So, should we leave it? Yeah.
Can we move
on? Yeah.
We were meant to be all like professional and serious.
Does the tie not do it?
And this is just not working. Okay?
Ty's doing it. Okay. Peter Reyes is joining us, and Nick says, "Yep, nothing quite like quitting a job to sharpen the focus."
Yeah,
100%, Nick. It's been really good, and we will share with you guys some of the items we've sold recently.
We're gonna go straight into the sales.
We're gonna go straight into it, so we can just share with you what we have been selling. Let me just transition across. There we go. So you should now be able to see our eBay screen. So this is actually just sold this afternoon. So it's this was a pickup actually from a local charity shop. I paid £15 for it. It's a Yamaha keyboard. Would I buy it again? I think the answer is going to be no, because it hung around. It didn't hang around for that long. I mean, maybe only a month or two. But the size of it and the fact that obviously I'm going to have to ship it, especially after what's happened this week with the model boat. I mentioned in the live stream I did earlier, I sold a radio control model boat. And when it came time to shipping it, I started to break bits off of it.
But it was
so delicate.
And it
so
got to the
delicate.
point where we were like, this is not going to
work it. So
through the post.
Yeah.
So we kind of, you messaged
the customer, and the customer was really grateful that we actually messaged and were honest with him. So we ended up cancelling that sale. It was an auction. It was a RC boat I bought for 30, sold it for 87, and basically it's going to go back to the car boot sale because
I think so.
I just don't deal with it.
We just
And in that vein, the keyboard is much more solid and sturdy. And to be honest, I might still pick up keyboards. I don't know, because I paid 15 for it. It sold for 70 plus the 7.99 shipping. So I kind of feel it was worth it then, wasn't it? I can't really.
Yeah, you can't really complain about.
I can't really say no. I won't buy another one, can I?
No. You can't say
no.
No.
Would you still want me to buy another one? Yeah. Hey, Pete's Retro Collectibles. Richard Downs, thank you for popping in. Dave says, I got a Yam PS480. It's not great and still in the loft. Well, I mean, I listed this straight away. I mean, I paid £15, like I said, and it sold for 70. So, I mean, it took, like I said, took a few weeks, probably about close to 2 months or something. But I'm glad it's gone. Moving on. This is a Mega. This is a good brand to look out for. Mega is a good brand. They do all kinds of testing equipment. And this is a voltage tester. This is the kind of item that I absolutely love. This was picked up last week.
Yeah,
so
this actually sold really, really quickly.
Yeah, within 7 days, right?
Yeah.
Or probably within a couple of days of listing. I paid just £2 for this item. I had it listed at 50, as you can see, but we took an offer. We took an offer for 35, so it's a fair bit less than the 50, obviously, but from £2, quick flip. It was easy to test, easy to list. As you can see, we take our photos on the shop floor. Literally, it is the shop floor. Took a few quick snaps. And it's gone for £35. So actually, we're pretty happy. Shazad says, would it be worth selling it collection only? Says Shazad.
Possibly.
Well, the
Possibly,
boat, the RC boat,
yeah.
it could be, but it's so big and delicate. I'm just worried the longer that we've got it hanging around,
the more
we're going to just smash it up ourselves. Not on purpose, but we're going to end up smashing it.
by just moving it.
So I'm kind of just I want to see it as a...
But then again, we could just stick it on like the top shelf, couldn't we? And
we could, but I don't want it on the top shelf because I want to put other things there. I think I want to pay the price of making a buy that I wouldn't make again.
Okay.
You know?
Okay, fair enough.
I think that's why I'm going to take it back. Andrea's popped in. Hey, Andrea. Thanks for popping in. A decent flip Z, can't knock those numbers. Yeah, I mean, I think overall the keyboard will have to be, but I think Mega is really good. Mega, yeah, that's a very high voltage probe, says Dave. Yeah, I really like the old Mega voltage tester. Sold super quick, £35. Moving on, now this is another nice little sale. This is the kind of item I absolutely do love to find. I got this in the first few minutes of a car boot opening at like 5 a.m. It was literally like one of the few stalls that were out there. This hit the floor and I had it straight away. Like straight away I picked it up. I was like, boom, it was like, you know, it was amazing. And it was literally a couple of stalls that even set up. This is a Sony MDS JE480 mini disc player recorder. I paid a whopping £5 for it. And yes, I say that sarcastically. £5, not a lot, is it?
No, not really.
No. And again, this was not listed for very long. I think within the first month, maybe 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, it hasn't been sitting around that long.
No.
Well, it doesn't feel like it's been sitting around that long. Probably about 3 weeks.
When you're buying these, the remote adds a significant amount of value. I think if I didn't have the remote, we'd be looking about the £60 to £70 range. Obviously, you've got to have the facilities to test the machine. So it's handy to have a mini disc lying around so you can play it and test the unit out. And sometimes there'll be like little rattling sounds where people or kids have put things inside the drawer. Always worth just opening the case. They're very simple machines inside. In terms of there's not a lot of stock, there's not a lot of electronics in there. It's very compact. There's a lot of actual air and space in there. So you know there might be the odd bit of plastic, but definitely worth picking these up. Sold it for £100, and it was not in the best condition, as you can see from the photographs. It really was not in the best condition in terms of the case. I always take a photo of the back with the serial number and the connections, etc. So with the remote definitely adds value. I got 100 plus £8 shipping, and that's gone as well. So really pleased with that sale as well. Moving on, there's not going to be tons of sales. These are just like the cream. I'm showing you like
we're just showing you like the
stuff
best
that
of
sold
bunch, really.
recently. That's helped us get the sales figures. It helps us get the sales figures that we're getting, which we are really happy about. Bearing in mind, we're also getting the shop now. We just need the website to kick in, and then we're gonna be like really pumped. Dave says love finding MD. Richard Payne's in the chat as well. Nice to see Z saying electrical and says Pleasant Valley. Some of those remotes can be 20 to 30. Wow. Cola Flipper, aka Lee, says evening all you guys look smart. Are you going out on the town? No, this is just.
No, this is purely.
We're serious. We're a serious channel. So this is just business attire, as you can see. That's a Windsor knot, by the way. A Windsor knot, FYI. I think so. I've forgotten. I used to do Windsor knots at work and I've forgotten.
Is that a Windsor nut?
I think so. I think I did.
How did you?
I don't can't explain.
How did you wrap it?
I can't explain
I'll
that.
tell you whether it's a Windsor nut.
It is a Windsor knot. It is.
Yeah.
I used to do them.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I used to do them at work. Okay. The next item up for sale. Do you want to talk them through this?
This one's quite a cool one. I got to check this one out because I had to make sure that it was kind of complete and stuff like that. So
yeah.
So this was actually quite heavy.
What is it?
All the little prongs.
What is it?
It's the Matrix thing.
It's the Sentinel from the Matrix by McFarlane Toys.
And it's got like grippy hands.
Grippy hands.
Not all of them were grippy hands.
No, some of them were like little drills.
Were like little pointer things.
Yeah. Pointer things.
Yeah, and I had to check it. It did have a little bit of damage. Which,
mostly because of the weight of it, wasn't it? It's because it's such a heavy figure.
I don't know whether it's one of these like claw things at the front, but one of them was like missing one of the like the little claw bits.
Yeah.
And all the legs were there. It was quite heavy. There was like like the little prong bit. There was a little bit of damage to like the where it goes into the stand.
That little pole goes into the back bottom of the figure.
It had been glued, but we just kind of showed that it's such a heavy, like, I want to say figure, but it's not really a figure.
It is a heavy action figure.
But it is really, really quite weighty. We did initially sell this straight away as soon as it got listed, didn't we?
Yeah.
But then we actually had to cancel the
because
sale.
the guy was like, my missus is going to kill me.
She's
mad.
So I think it was like a...
So this actually ended up sitting around
It did, for longer than we expected
but about a month and a half, maybe?
Yeah.
About a month and a half. In the end, it has sold for £70 plus $7.99 shipping, so definitely worth looking out for. Pleasant Valley says, I've been tuning in for years of serious content. Aaron says, is it a double Windsor? I'm not sure, Aaron, but it is a Windsor knot of sorts. I think it's a double. I can't remember. I just stood in front of the window and in my reflection just tried to recreate the depressing mornings when I was getting ready to work.
Yeah.
That's what I tried to do. And Kirsten has popped in as well. Thank you for popping in, Kirsten. Appreciate it. Next item. Now this is interesting. This is actually a sale to someone that views the channel as well. We actually sold this to someone. I'm not going to give too much detail, but Kevin bought this from us. Kevin mentioned in a message that him and his wife do watch our channel, so it was cool. This was my RC job lot.
So this is only part of the RC.
Yeah, we're still not sure what to do with the rest. So
we're just taking it slowly.
Yeah, we're taking it slow. So we don't want to be pressured.
This was the first bunch we were willing to kind of
dipping our toe.
Let go.
Yeah, this was dipping our toe. This is he got a bit of a bargain. Put it that way.
He did.
This is 1,400 RC parts, and I won't lie. Am I kind of regretting it? I don't know. No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not regretting it. I'm happy. This is, it's a lot of RC parts. He got a bit of a bargain. I had it priced at £500.
That's
what I had it priced at. We sold it for. He got a real steal here, 125 quid. That's a steal. Absolute steal. That means, there's in excess of 1,400 items, guys. In excess. At 125 quid, divide that by 1,400, like 9 pence an item he got it for, which is ridiculous. And I wouldn't sell that low again. I think
there's some good parts in there, to be quite honest. There's
some good parts. But I'm happy that it's gone to someone that watches the channel. And it's given us back a tiny bit of space, so I can't grumble.
Like we said, this is what we've been happy to kind of clear out so far, and we might part with the rest, but at the moment it's like
we've done this, and now we can put it to rest.
The RC parts have a very big sentimental attachment for us, and it's what initially changed the direction of our business and what we were doing. So.
So to sell, and so this is there you go. Wow, I'd have bitten your hand off, says Nick.
So we're just that was the first bunch that we were willing to kind of part with.
1,400 parts. There's so much profit in that. I mean, even
that's just
I can see things that I've sold on eBay for like, you know, I think I've sold those for like 7-8 quid. Those have sold for like 7-8 quid. Each and there's multiples. The tools.
Yeah, and there's multiples.
It's
just it was.
Oh
good.
man.
It's a good bundle.
I don't want to watch it anymore.
Anyway, let's go.
Can we move on?
Let's move on.
Let's move on. Okay. I offered 50 for all the RC. I feel cheated. I like a double Windsor for wide ties and a half Windsor for medium, says Lee. Man. Hey, Jilly. How are you? Thank you for popping in. And I saw a comment from Zane. Interested to know how did we pack and ship the Matrix figure, I'm guessing, by the strange thing. It was actually quite easy.
It was actually, because the thing is, right, we found the perfect box, okay, so as soon as we had the perfect box, it actually got packaged into that box.
Yeah,
and
we
was
just
waiting
sealed it
to
up.
be sold.
Yeah.
And it just had the name of it written on the top, so we already knew it was ready to go when it sold.
We took like the arms off, wrapped it up.
Yeah, because you can pose like the arms, so like the way they go over the head, so they're like very flexible and bendy. So I kind of bent them all together, gathered them all together, and then it kind of went into the box nicely. And
100%. Night's Life Richard has popped in, says hi all, not up for chatting as I'm really struggling right now, but wanted to say that I'm still watching everyone's videos and lives and reading the chat, and it helps me get through the day. Thank you so much. That's what's great about the chats on YouTube, really, isn't it? So excellent stuff. That's excellent stuff. Stu Mandry says hi Rich, take care mate. And Kirsten as well, can't hold on to the RC forever. That's true. That is true.
And you know what, when we're like, I know at some point we'll be going, we want more space and we want to do some more clear outs, but right now that is what we were willing to part with, and that's
we'll leave it at that. Right. And Nick says totally understandable Rich, think of you mate. It's you have to let go at some point. Now, next item is the Olympus Mu 1 camera. We have sold this one actually before, quite recently. I can't remember when it was. It was a couple of weeks ago. We actually picked up 2 of these from the cart boot. And one sold pretty quickly. This one hung around, but I'm guessing it hung around because we mentioned that it had a blemish. When you actually look at the viewfinder, one of my photos.
I love the way Honky Tonk Man is like ready. There. He's just like ready.
So when you look at the viewfinder on the top left, it looks like a fly, but it's actually some kind of a crack or damage in the viewfinder. That obviously won't come out in the photographs type thing.
But it's something that's on the screen. So,
but it eventually sold anyway. Yeah. So $109.99 with free shipping. I think I paid like £1.50 for it. So really, really pleased with that. Now, this was probably what kicked off this week to be a strong week. This was a £10 car boot pickup. Again, super early at the table first. £10. It's a Thorens TD150 Mark II, made in West Germany. I was asking 300 plus shipping. In the end, it sold for 240 plus shipping. Shipping was to Australia, and I stupidly only charged £50.
The shipping on, so we,
considering the size and weight of it, I had to pay more than £100 to ship it. So you know, a bit silly, but hey. But there's still so much profit in it from a tenner.
So we're still overall happy. It was a mistake, basically.
Exactly.
But we won't be doing that again, will we?
Exactly, But that was a great one. So definitely look out for this brand, Thorens. When buying turntables, there's also a couple of things that you should look at. You need to look at the tone arm. You want a tone arm that there's a company called SME that are worth looking out for. If you have an SME tone arm, that tone arm could be worth more than the turntable. Also, always look out for the cartridge. This just had a bog standard Shure cartridge in it, nothing spectacular. Definitely don't ever just like sell a turntable without researching the tone arm, the shell, the cartridge. At one point I was thinking of breaking this down because individually the head shell, the tone arm, etc. was fetching good money, but I felt wrong to take apart a working vintage turntable. You know what I mean? Like, it was a really nice turntable. The platter is mega heavy. Now bear in mind, it didn't even have the acrylic dust cover. Didn't even have the dust cover. But $240 cost us $100 plus 50 shipping, so we got like 300 odd quid for it, but we had to pay about just over 100 quid to ship it. But
I mean, we're
still in
happy.
good. Yeah, from a 10, I can't grumble. Lots of comments about the turntable. Thorin says Lee. Andrew says that's a stunner. Thorin is a really good turntable brand, says Kent. Hi Ken, it is a very good brand, yeah. And that's beautiful, says Jilly. I wish I knew more about those, says Nick. Turntables are not... how do I say this? Turntables are not difficult to learn about. They're actually really simple but finely balanced, if that makes sense. Like, they're very intricate. Like, the whole kind of idea behind them is very intricate, but they're not... You can still learn enough to actually sell them quite easily. You don't need to know an awful lot. Look out for basic things like, does it have a nice wooden case? Where's it made? The weight of it. If you see a turntable and it's like plasticky and light, chances are it's not going to be worth a lot. For example, if you see like an Iowa turntable or something like that, and it's got like a proprietary connection, it's not going to be worth a lot. If it's got a nice wooden plinth, the platter is heavy, like it's got like you just, if you look underneath the mat, let me just show you here, just quickly show you, that's like a metal plate with Thorin's with the serial number on it. These things are like little giveaways to quality, basically. So once you kind of know those things, you can apply that to pretty much any electrics. So don't be put off by it. The plinth weight is key, says Kent. Yeah, and the only thing I would say is if you do start selling turntables, be prepared to learn how to ship them. Some of them will come with transport screws to stop the platter from moving around. A lot of the times that won't be there, or in this case, like, it won't be there. So you have to find a way of making sure that that's not moving around. Yeah. Definitely take the platter off of the plinth. Tie the tone arm down. Remove the weights. There's lots of little things you can do to make sure that it gets there. Yeah, I've shipped turntables to Australia myself before, so I'm confident in my turntable shipping ability. I've shipped loads of turntables. I've shipped a really delicate, like, it was like a £700 Rogers Cadet valve amp to the US as well. Yeah. Do you remember that? That was bubble wrapping each valve and then that had all exposed parts and everything. So yeah. So definitely don't be afraid of it. Just learn about it. It's definitely worth learning about. Like I said, this was a tenner, £10 at the car boot. So great return. Right, let's go back to what else we sold. Next item, a bit different to the last one. This is a darts administration system. God, we've talked so much about product. We're going to get onto the rest of the chat as well.
We've got lots to talk about, actually.
Yeah, we've got lots to talk about. So we're on the last 3 items. So this is a digital darts administration system. £50 I was asking for it. I ended up accepting, I think it was 35 on this as well. Yeah. Got positive feedback already. Yeah. The reason why I was happy...
Slight fault with it, wasn't there?
Yeah.
So, on the machine...
Yeah, the enter button.
The enter button was really... It didn't always work when you pressed it.
There was a way of pressing it to make it work. And I'd taken it apart and cleaned it as well.
So we did explain that and say that when you press enter, it doesn't always...
It's not as responsive as it should be.
Respond as it should. So we did kind of disclose that there was a fault with it.
But I was happy.
But yeah.
30, and that sold very quickly. £35
Yeah, it did.
took an offer. That was something I picked up for £1.50, I believe.
Yeah.
£1.50.
But you did take it apart and just
gave it a
double-check and make
clean
sure
with
you
some
cleaned it all out and stuff to see
isopropyl.
whether it would kind of kick into action, but it didn't really.
Exactly. So that was a nice little sell. Something a little bit topical. This sold on the same morning I bought it.
Yes.
This is a vintage.
We actually, when he bought this on Saturday before England played in the final.
Yeah. It was on the Saturday before the final. Yeah. Saturday morning. £3.
You come home with it. We listed it
in the shop, and it sold.
And it
during
sold
the day. Yeah.
During the day. So that's probably one
we
of the
paid
quickest.
£3, and I think we sold it. I think it was up at 100, was it? Or we sold it for 70, maybe.
We sold it for 70. I know.
Oh, did we sell it for 79? I can't remember.
No, we sold it for 70.
Quick flip, same day. This is the 1998 World Cup Umbro football shirt. We did joke on the Monday morning, will they still want it?
Because although it was packaged, we hadn't printed the label at that point, so we were like, oh, they're going to cancel now.
Are they going to cancel now? Because they might be
they still
down
took
about...
it. Yeah. They still wanted it.
They still took it, exactly. And finally, a bunch of DS puzzle games.
Yes. This was bought as part of a bundle, wasn't it?
We paid £10 for a 2DS and a bunch of games. The 2DS, it was £10 for it. We sold the 2DS for 40.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, and then we got 25 with free shipping for a bunch of really basic puzzle games.
We didn't want to sell them individually. There were a few games that didn't fit into the bundle, so we made sure this bundle was like mainly like the kind of puzzly, kind of quizzy kind of games. Yeah. And then like bundled them up together, and then it just gets a whole bunch of them out of our hair.
Exactly. So those were some of the sales we've had, which have obviously helped us get to really pleased with the sales we're basically getting. So really can't grumble. And now we can get on with some more of the show, some bit more of the chat. We have a little eBay thing to talk about as well.
So did you speak about this on your live?
I did a very grainy, pixelated live stream.
We watched it back and we were like, oh my goodness.
Well, we didn't
really
watch it all back. We played back a few seconds and it was just awful.
It was really awful.
But we had a really unhappy customer. They bought an action figure and they were very disappointed at the size of the action figure.
Yeah, I mean, it was a complete oversight on... I have to say it was probably my part, because when I was listing it, I should have actually put in the size of the figure. So it's completely...
But it was a brand new in-packet figure with all the information, but we didn't put the size in. Yeah. Customer bought it. It was only $8.99. And if they'd researched it, they would have seen it, but you can't expect the customer to be doing that research. They bought it. It was way smaller than they thought. Their kid had broken it anyway. They sent us a photo with its legs all apart. They left us negative feedback. They never contacted us, and then obviously demanded a return. Yes. In the end, eBay refunded the buyer. We got to keep our money, and they removed the feedback. So probably about as good a resolution as you can get.
In their feedback, I don't know why eBay removed it, because I wasn't entirely convinced that they were going to remove it. But they did mention like the return shipping. Now, because they had chosen just didn't like the item. Yeah. Obviously they have to like pay return shipping. And they actually complained about that in their feedback. So I don't know whether that was a reason why eBay decided to remove it, but we asked them to kind of review it. They couldn't do it there and then because for whatever reason, but then they said, give us 24 hours and hopefully they'll be able to sort it out.
Yeah. But they did it all. Yeah. And I think in a way this kind of ties in with what we wanted to next talk about really was we've been so super busy like recently. We've been working extremely hard, very consistently. And the more we pack in, it seems, into our week, we're still managing to get the results we want. I mean, like for example, this week, like we have a Wednesday off. We had some family stuff to deal with, and it meant a very short notice drive down to Croydon on our day off on Wednesday.
And it was a day trip as well. It wasn't like staying over.
So we had to drive 260 odd miles down, do what we needed to do, and then we had to drive 260 miles back the same day. And we're probably going to have to be doing that again soon. But, you know, no matter what life is throwing at us at the moment, I feel like we're kind of, I suppose part of it is just the motivation, because we really badly want this to work. This has to work for us now, doesn't it, hun? And, you know, it's like no matter what's going on, we're kind of, we're probably doing better on eBay than we've ever done. Like last time we tried to do eBay together, with like Beck and I working together, we didn't get the results we're getting now. And we're running the shop, and with like whatever else we're dealing with as well. It's pretty, you know. And
it is full on. It's full on.
It's full on.
You know, we've got, you know, the girls are helping us massively.
Yeah, and I feel like I suppose it's one of those things where like don't be afraid to kind of push yourself. You know, in the past, I feel we've been a bit nervous about like doing too much, because you kind of feel like, you know, you want to do what you're doing well. So for example, sometimes it's really easy to be like, hold on, let me get this thing that I'm doing squared away before I attempt something else. And it's like, we are juggling a lot of stuff, but it doesn't mean we're doing it badly. It kind of, we're finding ways, sometimes we are fumbling through it.
A lot of the time we're fumbling.
A lot of the time we're fumbling, but we're learning fast.
Absolutely.
You know, and another example of learning fast is we've updated, you know, and it's to do with the title. We've updated obviously our point of sale. We've had to update our point of sale system. We're having a lot of trouble with it not printing receipts all the time, and just causing issues, slowing down our website. And we've now also learned how to integrate a barcode scanner. We've just got a barcode scanner for $11.99 from Amazon, and we've been busy scanning in. It gave us so much joy.
Do you know what? It was one of those days in the shop where, like, the sales in the shop, it was so quiet, absolutely so quiet. And we went from a Thursday where the high street was really buzzing because we had the market, to the high street being so quiet. I think we only had one sale in the shop today.
One sale today,
and
yeah.
we were both we were sitting there, we were just like, you know, not too happy.
Yeah.
Not necessarily with the shop sales, because over the week it's done brilliantly.
Yeah, over the week it's fine. Yeah. You always have really days where it's like, yeah.
But we're both feeling a bit down at work,
yeah,
because then,
of the
Then the barcode scanner arrived, and we were like, oh.
It's so funny. It's like, you know, Pleasant Valley says, yeah, I hope it wasn't too. It's family stuff. We'd rather not go into it. It's as serious as it can get, really.
Yeah, just don't want to talk.
Yeah, so we don't want to talk about it, but it's funny how, like, the barcode scanner really cheered us up, didn't it? Like, it got us, like, you did work during the day, you know, and obviously when I started as well, it's like, but we did have a little lull. And the thing is, but we're starting to learn, because this is the other thing I wanted to talk about, is like, we do need to take time for ourselves. Yeah. Because I think it's really easy to kind of be in this zone where we've talked about it before as well, where we've been like, oh, you've got to be open. If you've got a shop, you've got to be open all the time. And that's true. All of those things are true. But we are still human, and we still need to do other stuff to kind of unwind, take time for family, get our priorities right, basically. And I think, like, you know, those little things, it shows, because that barcode scanner gave us a lot of relief, just by scanning products. So on certain products, when you come into the shop and buy it, we can scan it and it will come up.
We made a little start on it, didn't we?
We did.
It was quite fun.
It's kind of, yeah.
And you were like, tell me the product you've got before you get over to the till, and then it makes it quicker. So we were trying to get a little system going, like, to be quicker at. Yeah. And the thing is, it will also show us stuff, because we have changed our system where we were using a different POS system because that was failing, and we could add items when, like, customers were in the shop, that if they weren't on the system, we could quickly add it in the POS system. Now that option is gone for us now, so we need to make sure everything that is displayed in the shop is actually
on the system.
on our system.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's just going to slow down transactions if
Yeah.
we then have to quickly go and add it into the system, because that would at least take us like 3 or 4 minutes to try and get that going, and you
Yeah.
can't do that while you've got a customer in the shop wanting to buy something. So it will force us to make sure that everything is actually on the that is on the shop floor is listed in our system.
It's difficult because we've heard Nick and Andrew talk about this. Or when they had the shop, they were doing like 7 days a week for like 7 years straight. And Zane, who's in the chat as well, he had his shop, and I've seen a video of his where he talks about how many hours he was putting in as well, like 7 days a week pretty much. And when you do have a shop, you do feel like you've got to be there as much as possible, and you do need to be there. If you're serious about growing your business, you do need to be there. But you also need to allow yourself that there will be times where for whatever reason, whether it's a family reason, whether it's just recognizing that you're burning out or that you need time off, it's not a crime to, you know what, say, actually guys, we're not going to be open this day or this day, and take that time. And I think we're really aware of that now.
Like we've already started getting some plans in place.
Yeah.
So in August we're meeting up with some friends that we haven't seen for
a long time.
So long. I'm looking forward to it.
They're like old school friend.
They're not like local to us,
but they're not that far.
Not that far either.
And it's it would be so nice. And we're actually going to take, and that's actually on a Sunday. And we're going to be like, you know what, we can go to the car boot in the morning. Okay, we're not going to open the shop now between 12 and 3, but it doesn't matter.
But we've got the date, and
we're
make
going to
sure
go
we
down.
advertise that we're not open on that date.
And then we'll
and
nip down and see them.
It's nice because we're kind of trying to get a bit of social life going.
The balance.
And
because the thing is, and part of me does feel kind of like, oh, is that right? Because you obviously, you do hear like the stories from like Nick and Andrew, and you do hear the stories from like Zane and Kirsten as well. We used to be open 7 days a week. I only do 5 now, although car boots and auctions on my days off. See, that's it, Kirsten as well. See, anyone that's had a shop is like, they work all the freaking time. And I'm like, but I think we're recognizing.
I think that would be similar to us. Like, even even when we were doing like the 5 days, we were still doing the car boots at the weekend. So it was still. And
that's still going to happen, but I feel like we do need to recognise where we need to take time, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I feel that's to also, that'll only help us, I think. It's not, I think it will help us stay productive and stuff, because obviously you do need to give yourself that. I just feel like that. I just feel that's, that's one of the things. The only other thing I think we need to work on right now, apart from giving ourselves time, is just our consistency with social media. I think that's probably the final thing. We've somehow managed to go 6 days without posting on our Facebook page. I don't know how that happened.
I don't know.
And
this week, to be fair, this week has been more hectic than most weeks.
Yeah, this week
I'm kind of giving us a little bit of,
bit of slack this week. Yeah,
we've slacked this week. Even like YouTube videos, we've slacked. I think you only did the live this week. It is what it is, and we will hopefully get better at it.
And the thing is, we're packing our weekend as well. I'm gonna actually be sourcing and selling both Saturday and Sunday this weekend. So
you're going to the boot sale?
This weekend.
I'm
gonna steal one of the kids. You're gonna steal one of the kids and be in the shop.
You're gonna sell both Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in the shop on a Saturday on my own, so I'm taking one of the children. You're taking the other.
Yeah.
And then it'll be.
It's going to be a hectic weekend, but these hectic weekends are good. They are useful. They do help. Let's go into the chat and just say a few highs. John YLM has popped in, thank you. And John says, John says, Beck, just wanted to say you look so much more chilled since you left the job, and no more tears as well.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I'm 100% know I've made the right decision when it comes to leaving my job. Absolutely. Even my daughter today, she said to me, she goes, you don't know this because she was at work with me. She actually said,
Zane,
buy another scanner.
Chatted £10. Buy another scanner. Thank you so much. That's really kind of you. Appreciate it. We were actually saying that as well, to have one for the back.
We were like, we might get one for the back now. But yeah, my daughter actually said to me today, she was like, Mum, you're so much happier now that you've left that job. So,
yeah.
100%.
100%
is so much better.
Colin Collectible says, Z dying for a large strawberry milkshake looking at your I'm sorry that I've made you want a milkshake. We all need to take a breath and enjoy life away from eBay and shops or work, says Jilly.
Mm-hmm.
Very true. Susie says you're starting to talk like one person, finishing each other's sentences.
I think, do you know what? I think it's because we spend so much time together now.
How we've done really well. There's been times where we do get on each other's nerves.
Oh yeah.
But what we're finding is when we come home, we do spend time separate.
Yeah, like this week we've both been a bit ratty with each other.
Yeah.
We're going to be completely honest.
But there's other, there's a lot of reasons for that.
Yeah. And it's just like but we've also, like, when I said to you, because I said something to you this week, and I was just like, look, we've got to stop.
Yeah.
It's like, we can't go on like this.
Yeah.
And we've been a lot better.
Yeah, we have
since
been.
We've had like
I mean,
a little chat about
you've
it.
got to keep you've got to touch base. You've got
because
to,
we've got to work together. We've got
But I think that's where the
just,
making sure we take time has come in, hasn't it? It's really important that we do take time away.
And we respect each other's time in the evening. If you want time away from me, that's important. If I want time away from you, that's important. So we are respecting each other's space like that.
Andrew says we were open 6 days, but it's important to take time for yourselves and family. Otherwise, you'll burn out. Family always first.
Yeah.
True words couldn't be spoken. 100% agree, Andrew.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's so important. It's so important. And it's kind of nice because I've been able to like chat to my parents, and you've been able to chat to your parents as well, and we're trying to make more of that kind of connection more regularly going forward. I think we're planning on how to make it a more sustainable thing. I agree, Andrea. Family is always top. It's obvious that Bex is happy, says Pleasant Valley. Great video today, says Colin. Great video today, Andrew, says Colin. So it's been a good week overall, guys. A good week. Absolutely buzzing to see what the car boots are going to be like. Beck, though, really doesn't go car booting now.
No.
Why do you think that is?
Mainly because I'm dealing with the shop. But no, I like my sleep. Okay.
And by sleep, that doesn't mean she even sleeps that long. It's just you're still up at 6.
I still get up like 6:30.
Yeah. It's just I'm up at 4:30. 5, yeah.
At the weekend, so it's one of us has got to be like awake for the shop. We open the shop on a Saturday at 9:00. On Sunday it opens at 12. Sundays, I'm really liking my Sundays because
she gets a good line on a Sunday.
I get to lay in bed until like 7, half 7.
I'm out there slogging away.
There.
But the thing is,
sometimes I'll go to a car boot, but the thing is, like, I don't feel it's as important for me to go because at the end of the day, you're the one that's sourcing, and I like it that way because you're doing a great job at it. And
you've been very open about that. You've been very open. One thing I'll say is like it was kind of like good that we cleared it out. Like Becca had a pretty honest chat with me. She was like, "Look, I don't like sourcing. As in, she doesn't feel like the pressure of having to find. She likes to go and find bargains for herself for the house.
Yeah.
But you don't like the pressure of sourcing for the business.
No.
Yeah. So
and you're good at it, so I leave it to you. And if I do fancy going to a car boot, I can take my own car and
poodle along.
Yeah, do my own thing, and then leave.
Take your time. Leave, yeah, exactly.
And get out of bed at 7, and then walk around a car boot.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You do have to kind of Reseller Niche Mo's channel, BCP sharing. Cool. Reseller Niche is in the chat. Hi there, Mo. Sorry if I missed you. Hi there. A huge weight lifted, says John. Work-life balance is so important. Just keep the dude with the silly tie and
Absolutely.
Is Beck planning on getting back to knitting? Asked Pleasant Valley.
I haven't really stopped knitting. My youngest sister had a baby about 4 weeks ago, so I've been knitting for her. And I always knit for the girls and bits and pieces around the house and stuff. So I don't really stop knitting. I haven't been making any videos about it.
Do you think you're going to? Do you think you're going to? Do you think you'd like to?
I'd like to. But
And your nails as well. Like you enjoy watching Sue's videos, don't you?
I love watching Sue's videos.
Yeah. Sue apparently, Auntie Sue. I've not watched it.
She's got a separate nail channel.
She's got a separate nail channel. I didn't know this.
If you didn't know that,
I didn't know it.
And she's
because I don't really do my nails.
She's really, really good at it.
She's really good.
She is really good at it.
I'm just taking Beck's word for this. I don't know. I don't. Sorry, Auntie Sue, but I don't watch the nail channel.
I do.
You do. Zane says, "Do what feels right. Shop and eBay will be there once you will be back." Says Zane. Mm-hmm. That's always nice to know. I mean, yeah, I think so. I think it's just about balance because you do feel. I think you feel a pressure.
Yeah.
You know, and you know what else as well. I think like the more established you get in your local area, you start feeling like you owe people.
Yeah, you kind of feel
like I don't want to disappoint the kids that come in on us. You know,
my goodness. Some of them are so
bless
cute.
them. Like
Some
today, like
so
they come, some kids had finished their school and they were coming in today with like a pen all over their shirt and all that, really excited and buzzing to see the shop and picking up little bit, just little bits and whatever. But it was just like and you know that sometimes they come excitedly at the weekend. Like one thing that sticks in my mind is when we first started doing Sundays. I think it was on the Father's Day. One of our regular customers now, with little boy and his mum, he came running just before we were closing because they'd been out at Father's Day, just to make it into hoping that we'd still be open on the Sunday.
And the thing is, we're not that strict about Sunday. If someone comes in and it's like dead on 3 o'clock,
we're not going to be like,
we normally shut. Do you know what?
Yeah.
Because we only do 3 hours on a Sunday at the moment. We will build it up with time, but at the moment,
but you almost start feeling like you owe.
If he had turned up at like 5 to 3 o'clock, we still would have let him in. And we've
but
actually done that.
But he came sprinting in just.
We actually done that to like that little boy.
And his dad.
We were just about to close,
and they wanted to have a look around.
Yeah, and we were just like, just come in.
But you start to feel like that. You start feeling like, because obviously you're providing a service for the local community, and you start feeling like you want to be there for them. And when you're not open, you feel like in some tiny way you might be letting someone down, and you don't want to feel like that. No. That's all it is. And I know you don't technically owe anyone, it's business, etc., but just how you feel. Tommy says, stay tuned next week for the worst week ever. And
well, that's it. He's gone and done it with his title. So next week will be like.
I didn't say it's the best week ever.
Yeah.
Sleep is a good reason, says Pleasant Valley. Beck is the sleeper now, says Dave. I'm missing the car boots this weekend, but I'm seeing my mum first time in 18 months. Wow.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
It was really good to see my parents this week.
Yeah.
I needed to see them.
Even under the circumstances, it was still great, wasn't it? It was still we all need me time and space to be our own too, says Jilly. 100%. Stu says, my mate's girlfriend told him sex has really improved in the last few days. He wouldn't mind, but she wrote it on a postcard. She's been on. Thank you for that, Stu. Absolute genius. Pleasant Valley has got to go soon. Getting my second jab in 30 minutes. Fantastic. I hope that goes well for you, PvP. Well. I'll find out later today. Hope the side effects aren't too bad. Yeah, hopefully they won't be. Hopefully they'll be absolutely fine. So I think that pretty much about wraps it up.
It pretty much does.
Pretty much about wraps it up. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else really. I think that's it. So I'm going to be preparing for the old car boot in the morning, and hopefully we'll have a busy day at the shop. I'm really looking forward to the car boot this weekend. It's going to be amazing. The weather's going to be amazing. Kirsten, apart from the reason of seeing your parents, obviously for your mum for the first time in 18 months, obviously that's got to top it. But at the same time, feel a little bit bad if you can't go to a car boot because it's going to be amazing. Everyone else who's going to be going, I'm sure you'll be loving it as well. I think on that note, we're going to take we'll take our leave because we have to walk out.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to drag it out. You know what? We've covered everything we wanted to talk about.
We said a lot of stuff.
And we said a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Thank you for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Massive thanks again, Zane, for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Please have a lovely weekend. Enjoy the car boots. Look after yourselves and